Welcome to Audit Talks. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending from where you're watching from. I'm still your host, Odinaka Achukwu. In continuation of our program, sensitizing people from poor background, we continue to bring out issues that affect people from poor neighborhood negatively because it has become a norm that many people, much people in the poor neighborhood are going through suffering, through poverty. Those of us that have been there and have understand and have gone through those issues, those traps, and we're able to overcome them, we deem it fit that we should also relate to the other ones who are not knowledgeable enough so they could avoid it totally and become useful and be able to save their generation from poverty. If you have from a poor background, from a poor neighborhood, there are three things you should be careful about. Three things you should be very, very careful about. Number one is early marriage. Early marriage. You know that the generation before us, the baby boomers, they inflicted poverty to their generation, most of them. They are the highest generation that inflicted poverty to their generation. The generation before us, we call them the baby boomers. The baby boomers, they gave birth to a lot of children. And immediately they finished giving birth to a lot of children, the world changed. The generation before them, they were still practicing what we call nomadic agriculture. Like, they are still practicing agriculture to an extent, to a greater scale, or in a small scale. At least the generation before them, their fathers used to have 2, 3 wives. And in the morning, everybody goes to the farm. There were little education, little exposure on education. They were mainly farmers. So they needed more hands on deck. They needed population, people that work on their farm. The generation before them, before our fathers, are the generation where if you come into a family, you will see more than 3 barn. Oba, barn Akoji, barn Ekeji, rather. You will see more than 3 barn. Nobody thinks about going abroad, go and stay and parent and raise kids. Nobody thinks about education. Only few. You are seeing education then as people who are lazy. So most time, their father look around his children, and the ones that he think maybe does not have strength to farm, these are the ones he will say, maybe one, he will be able to release one to the white man. Let this one go and study, he's lazy. So and then, they were foods because they are farmers. One person might have hectares of land where he's cultivating. And the importance of this is the number of children he has will determine how far he will go in his farming activities. Whenever they come back home, there is a lot of yams to eat, a lot of cassavas that they will process and turn into apple, fufu, a lot of vegetables, a lot of farm produce. And they are busy enjoying themselves. That is where they concentrated. The little that was doing trade, the little that was into trade, they are busy too, managing themselves. But now, after our father, the generation that gave birth to them, I want to break it down. Mainly practiced agriculture. It's the number of wives you have, the number of barn you have. They are using agriculture to show their worldliness. So as such, it did not affect them having many children and having many wives. Because They don't pay for education. They don't pay for house rent. They don't go for any other type of food. They don't give any other type of treatment to their children. Not even modern technology of hospital. They don't care. When you're sick, they give you herbs. And anyone that survives, fine. Anyone that did not survive, they bury that person. But there was a change along the line. When our fathers came up, things were changing already. Things were changing. But because many people does not understand these things, some continue to live the way their father lived. But the point is that you have refused to understand that things are changing. The climates are changing. Technology is coming in. A lot of things that happened in the time of your fathers are fusing out. New ones are coming in. So you should adjust. You get adjust. We are still on the topic of early marriage. For people who grew up in the poor neighborhood, to stop breeding poverty. It's sensitization. How can as you maze na fufu? I could see a shift. How can mezi natata afu into tabakwa? It's causing great calamity. It's causing pain for these children coming into the world. It's affecting them psychologically, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Yes. It's affecting these children because you don't have plans for them. You're bringing them into the world and you don't have plans for them. Can you imagine somebody who is not doing anything, who does not have a job, who does not have daily income, and is married, producing children? How is he going to take care of them? And these children come into this world frustrated. That is what my podcast is all about. We need to tell the world, we went through this hell. It wasn't easy for us growing up in the village. So now, our fathers, when their time came, many of them were forced to move abroad. People who have grew up in the village all their lives. Some went for boy apprentice. Some went to the university. The few that managed to went to the standard 6. And many of them that left for that abroad, they went there, they gave birth in the same way their fathers too gave birth. It became a problem for them because the finances became a big problem. They are the baby boomers. So now, things are changing. We are the millennials. What is obtainable here now is no longer what is obtainable then is no longer obtainable now. How many of you still go to the farm? Tell me, how many of you still go to the farm? The yam we eat, we used to buy it. Me in particular, where I stay with my family, I know how much we use in buying yam only. Just 3 kids. The rice you need to buy it. You don't cultivate anything. And all these things boil down with money, finance. So, if you are from poor background, shun early marriage. You should be concentrated more on building yourself, on breaking that generational curse, that poverty in your lineage. Shun early marriage if you're from poor background. You have to work on yourself first. Build yourself before building marriage. I was a victim of that. But thank God, it wasn't easy for me. But thank God I overcame. But it wasn't easy. That's why I am bringing this topic, sensitizing people. Ndị mmadụ ndị isi na ngwuru ego adịghọ. Because the way I'm using Igbo to explain further is that most of my audience might not be able to understand the English I'm using. Hapụgodi ịnụ nwaanyị n'oge na ọ bụrụ na ị na-anya na mbalaba unu ego adịrọ ịchụba ego. Ndị nwa sị na anya afọrọ ntị ya. But nobody is coming to rescue you. Nwekwa onye ga-abịa ịzọ gị. You got the halfway alone. Maybe tomorrow night if they see my children, they will say, then I saw hell. But glory be to God, it was God all the way. Anyway, then the second point is financial knowledge. Financial knowledge. See, nobody is perfect. I will tell you the truth. Not even me. But most times, it is good that we relate our experiences with people. You don't know who you might be saving, wherever he or she is. Financial knowledge. Listen, if you are from poor background, once you're growing up, start seeking financial knowledge. Whether you are in boy apprentice, so whether you are learning handwork, whether you are in school, start seeking financial knowledge. How do I control money? How do I save money? What do I invest in? How do I make money? How do I make money? How do I not let money go out of my hand all the time? I need to change some things around me. It's not easy to come from a poor background. Start seeking financial knowledge. You need money. You need to build your home. You need to build yourself first before looking for who to marry. So you don't bring these children into this world to cause generational poverty. The last of it is education. Education, like I said it earlier. If you're from poor background, embrace education. Education will give you an edge over everything in life. Embrace education. Because these days now, nobody is ready to go and farm. The only people that can go and farm now is the ones that have the courage to and the strength. Not everybody that can do it. I didn't say farming is a very nice thing. It's a very nice business. Agriculture is a very nice business. But how many people are ready to bring out themselves and go through the process of it? It's not easy. It's not easy. Unless people that are doing mechanized agriculture, using sophisticated machine and the money to buy labor. If you're not up to that level, you know what you go through before you reach that level. But with consistency and the resilience, you will be there. Education, embrace education. Every poor child from poor neighborhood should not play with education. Every poor child from poor neighborhood should not play with education. I don't know what I would have become today if I had not gone to school. There is no place that I cannot express myself. Yes. As much as I'm not working for the government, I'm self-employed, building my company, but it got me exposed. Like, I can read anything I want. I can read, I can write. I can develop my ideas. Anything I want to do today. The only limitation I will have is finance. You understand? So it's a kind of a clarion call for people who grow up in the neighborhood. Let us stop bringing children into this world and stop creating generational poverty. Make money, travel. Concentrate on what you're doing. Build money. Build yourself first. You can't be lazy and then you're saying you want to marry and you're lazy. You cannot provide 3 square meal for yourself. And tomorrow you can't marry. You can't pay somebody's dowry and bring her into your home. Waiting for who to feed that person. You're waiting for your parents to feed your wife. You're waiting for your mother to feed your wife. And then you start making children. You start plan. And the matter of fact, the more thing that even got me confused that these people keep making children and they don't even care. You see somebody who's ordinary, he has like 5 or 6 or 7 children. This is what is causing problems in the northern region. Yes. That's why they have a lot of armadillos. That's why the banditry cannot be quenched. The banditry, the terrorism. These are children from poor homes. Yes, because there is no child from a rich man's home. Even if you have, they're the commanders. They're the ones who stay in the office and send these poor ones in the battlefield. Are you not seeing them? Anytime they're being caught. See how hungry they are? Exposed to all sorts of drugs. Their background is shaping them. And secondly, they did not go to school. There was no awareness, no education. Most times when people who did not go to school and eventually they went to go and do the boy apprentice, and God blessed them. Whenever they see people that have gone to school, Maybe they have not gotten a job, they're still struggling to build themselves. You hear things like, nah, school is scam. Hey, you know, this guy, this guy, that time, this guy used to be very intelligent too. Now he has no money. And you begin to mock them. Because you went to do boy and by God's grace, you become a millionaire. And you think you have monopoly of everything on earth because you now have money. You think because you have money at that point in time, that the other person that went to school, that is educated, has not gotten a job yet, is now useless, that his education is useless. You're laughing at your own ignorance. You're a fool. You don't have sense. The reason why I say you don't have sense is because you have children. You think all your children will make money through trade? They are the ones that will go to school too. So if you have that kind of mentality, that means you're not going to take your children to school. Why are you even sending them to the post-primary education? Post-primary institutions? You should have allowed them from the kindergarten to start coming to your shop. You go around discouraging people. Have you not seen people that went to Boy Boy too and they didn't make money? Everybody doesn't have the same destiny. Everybody doesn't have the same destiny. Someone might go to school and come out and not get a job. Maybe he wasn't destined to work for somebody. He was destined to build his own company. He doesn't know yet because he has not discovered himself. If he has discovered at a time, by God's grace, if he discovered himself and begin to work on himself, I will tell you, if you have any little support, you will skyrocket. So what I'm saying in summary is this: please let us be guided. Let us be guided. We have been through it. I graduated at September 2017. I got married at December 2017. Take the gap. No job employment. I've not even come to my NYC. It was hell. It was hell. I have to drop everything concerning my education, my career, and started driving shuttle to put food on the table. To put food on the table because already a child is coming. You have a child, you have a wife. Who's gonna feed them? When you can find for good 7 years, I kept every dream I have aside. Putting my hand on everything that will give me immediate gratification. Immediate, like something that I will do in the morning, in the night as I'm going home with money. So I could buy food for my family. I could pay my rent. I could clothe them. For good 7 years until my wife got a job. Not as if the job was my hope or anything, but at least my son is up, the other one is coming up, the other one, the three of them, 2 boys, 1 girl, I'm okay. Now I can go back. Just if not, as a young guy, if I hadn't got married then, by now I should have even done with my PhD. Yes. I should have done with my PhD to be a doctor by now. You see it? It limits your career, your movement, everything about you. Be cut down because you start thinking about them. You start working for them. You start trying to feed them. You start trying to raise them. Meanwhile, you have not even done anything for your career. I didn't say early marriage is bad. No. That is not my point. Early marriage is good when you have the resources. When you have the resources, you can venture into it. But if you don't have the resources, do not try it. Build yourself first before building a marriage. Thank you.